All right, everybody. Wednesday, November 15th. It's too early for me. It's probably too early for Ed. It's absolutely too early for Carleigh. But to her credit, she is here joining the show. Carleigh Wenzel is a 6-foot guard from San Antonio, Texas. She finished with 11 points and 1 rebound, going 4 for 4 from the field in 17 minutes from Iowa. Carleigh, good morning. How are you?
Good morning. I'm doing great. How are y'all?
Fantastic. So glad that you could join the show today. And what better place to start than the Iowa game in Charlotte? Obviously not the result that you all wanted, but an incredible experience, an incredible opportunity to play against one of the nation's best teams right out of the gate. How was that experience for you as a team? What do you step back and you take from that experience? Just kind of walk us through that overall experience for you all.
I think it being our second game, obviously we played with the energy that we should have been playing with. Obviously not the outcome we wanted, as you said. But I think it was a really good game to have our second game in, and I think we played well considering it was our second game. I think we did what we could defensively, and I think we didn't get as many options as we wanted on offense, but I think we all kind of did our part. I wish we would have done it a little bit better, obviously, but I think it was a great game considering it was our second game, and I think we have obviously a lot to grow on, but it was a great start, and I think it's only up from here at this point.
All right, so we talked about the most recent thing in your Virginia Tech women's basketball career, but let's back it up a little bit. Texas all the way to Blacksburg. Talk about that decision a little bit. How you decided to come so far away, and what role did your brother's decision to go play further away from Texas have on you and your impact, making you think that maybe it's something you would want to do as well?
Well, a lot of Texas kids don't really go far, and I think that's pretty obvious because of all the opportunities that are given to us in Texas, all the schools that you have to choose from. So being able to, the program I grew up in, and I played AAU with what's called SA Finest, and I think they've produced a lot of high major D1 kids. So seeing them, obviously growing up in a gym, everybody in front of me is going to high levels outside of Texas and things like that. So I think following that one, I wasn't really intimidated by leaving. And then obviously seeing my brother go all the way to Utah, obviously it hurt to begin with, but seeing how he grew as a person, both on and off the court, is something that I wanted to do, and I wanted people to know that I was willing to leave and that Texas wasn't a place that I was looking to stay in. So I think I made that very clear throughout my recruiting process. And then I talked to Coach Brooks and the rest of the staff here at Tech. And I think what drew me the most was really just my connection with Coach Brooks, like being able to have that connection with somebody that I'm talking to obviously every week, but not someone I'm seeing very often. I think we clicked at a level I didn't click with any other coaches at, so I just decided to take the chance, and I'm glad I took it.
Yeah, Coach Brooks is the GOAT, so that's not surprising that showed through over the phone too. Impact your redshirt year had on your game, just your game specifically.
Well, coming in through high school, I wasn't a point guard. I was kind of like a 2-3, but being a point guard was the third option. It wasn't the first option. So I wasn't expecting that either coming in. But I think when I came in, he sits me down, wants to have the red shirt. Obviously, that wasn't something that, like, he recruited me. He wasn't like, when you get here, you're going to red shirt type of thing. But I chose to do it. Wasn't the easiest decision. Had to talk to, like, my parents, my brother, and everything. And my brother just told me, like, go ahead and do it. Like, there's no reason why you shouldn't. And he had red shirted back at Utah before he had ended up transferring to Wyoming. So I decided to trust him, and I just went with it, took it. And I think that's probably the best decision I've made. I think it kind of showed these first 2 games. Obviously, I think it's shown that it looks like I'm comfortable with the speed of the game and everything, but obviously that's still something that's very new to me right now. And I wasn't expecting to come out as hot as I have come out these last 2 games, but credit to my teammates for having the confidence in me and allowing me to step up in the way I did. But I think I really grew on and off the court. Obviously, I want to put weight on when I came in, and I think I've done that to a good enough extent. Obviously, I want to get a little bit more on and get stronger. And I think that's also shown, like, I'm still not as strong as I want to be. But being able to play behind Georgia and Liz as a redshirt, and then seeing how them and Liz and the other girls had carried the team so deep last year and made a historical run, I think I kind of just – the redshirt was a way for me to just understand what I need to do and how it needs to be done. So now just still getting to look up to Kayla, Liz, and G is something that is still going to, I think, allow me to grow, and obviously has allowed me to grow as much as I have already.
All right, so obviously that's the impact on the floor, but off the floor, what do you think the redshirt year, how do you think it allowed you to grow as a person, not just a player?
I'd say I had to mature a lot faster than many other girls. Obviously, I'm around grads and seniors all year last year. So I think I wasn't able – they allowed me to express myself as, like, the light that I am, but it wasn't like – it was like I kind of had to grow up really fast and understand, like, time and place, understand when and what to say around certain people and things like that. So I think that, and then I think what I had benefited the most from was, like, my schedule outside of basketball. As y'all know, I like to sleep a lot. So I think coming in, like, I realized I have to have a schedule that is beneficial to me in life and not just what I want to do. So getting up and holding myself accountable to eat breakfast, and that's something that not as much has affected my redshirt year, but right now, like, living with Kayla, like, I think she does a really good job of, like, just holding me accountable for things like make sure you eat, like, breakfast, make sure you get your homework done, things like that. So being able to just live with her, I think, has made a positive impact on me even now. I think it was something I worked on last year, but now actually being, like, off campus and everything and living in my own apartment, living on my own, she's like, make sure you do this and make sure you do that. And now I've kind of got the hang of it, but even before practice, she'll be like, make sure you eat. And that's, like, something that, like, upperclassmen don't have to tell their younger girls to do. Like, and I think that's something that, like, they trust me and they want me to be a better person. So they're going to take me under their wing.
Now, for any adult that's listening to this podcast and is thinking, like, man, is Carleigh Wenzel not eating breakfast? Remember when you were in college? How often were you waking up and making yourself breakfast at 8 o'clock? Because I'm sure if you venture down to frat row or down to where the sororities are, not many of those people are prioritizing the most important meal of the day. So let's not act like everybody does that right out of college. So I'm glad that you're getting that experience. My question is, none of this ever comes from the athlete. Most of it never comes from the parents. But in this age of the transfer portal, and I believe in player empowerment, I don't believe in player program imprisonment from the at the professional level and in college. So what was your relationship like with Coach Brooks during your redshirt? Because what a lot of people like to do when somebody redshirts that they expect or think might have an impact as a freshman, their first reaction is, oh, well, I guess they don't get along with the coach now and they're going to be gone next year. So how did that relationship with Coach Brooks go? Because clearly that wasn't the case with you and Coach when that decision was made.
So this might be a lot of information that I'm gonna hold back on a little bit, but it was a really tough decision, like, to take the redshirt, because when my brother was at Utah, he didn't have the redshirt experience that he wanted. But he still told me, like, take it if you trust Coach Brooks, obviously. And that what he told me was, when you take it, don't just lay back. Like, don't just be like, oh, I'm not playing today, so I'm not gonna get a workout in type of thing. And to get the full experience, how to be locked in the game, be locked in and scout, like, get your team better. Don't just be there. And I think that's something I really took away. My parents were really questionable on it, because they know how he went about his situation. And I just told him, like, don't compare our situations because they're not the same. Like, and I think that's why Brendan left Utah. So they were really questionable on it, but they trusted me and allowed me to make the decision on my own. So whenever I did go meet with Coach Brooks, like, the following day, about my decision, he had just said, like, I'm not, like, just pushing you to the curb. And he had said, this redshirt isn't a year without you. He was like, it's 4 more years with you type of thing. So I think that kind of just allowed me to relax and just like take a step back and be like, I'm good. Like it's going to be a hard year, obviously, but get the most out of it. So throughout the like Redshirt, I was always in the weight room with Coach G, obviously our strength coach. And I love the man, like one of the greatest men I've ever met in my life, honestly. And then Coach Brooks, like anytime I wanted to work out, I would hit him first. And then if he was busy with Liz, G, Kayla, like et cetera, all the grads or everything, I'd go hit somebody else up. And any coach like I hit up, like they were always willing to get in the gym with me, get a workout in, whether that been like workout or just call the managers or one of the managers to like shoot or anything like that. Everybody was willing to like get in with me regardless of what time it had been or anything like that. So I think just me taking initiative of what I wanted, it all played out in my hand, obviously. But it definitely was not like Coach Brooks doesn't get along with her. No, we were, and we still are like real tight. It was never anything like that. So I think that obviously is a lot of people were questioning it. And I was definitely getting a lot of calls right after the, that it had been announced, like, are you transferring? I was like, no. I was like, not at all. Like, I'll be here for a while. I plan to stay in Blacksburg for a while. So it's definitely nothing like that. And I don't want anybody to think like me and him were ever beefing, because we never have, and I don't think we will. And I think he pushes me to the limit that I need to be pushed to get better at, and I will forever be appreciative of that.
All right. Well, the timing of this question came up perfectly because I saw Kayla leave. So you don't have to pass her up to her face now. But the positive impact I just want to talk. I mean, you've talked about it a lot, so clearly it's made an impact on you during your redshirt year and now into your, your redshirt freshman year. Is that how this works? Redshirt freshman? Yeah.
Yeah.
Positive impact of Liz, Georgia, and Kayla, and how they've helped you get to where you are, both on and off the court.
I'd say on the court, I'll start with just being a like kind of my cheerleader and my leader in a way. Even now, which I think makes a big impact on myself. What I've been working on kind of lately is my post entry to Liz. And I struggle with post entries. Like the way defenders guard, like you really got to like see everybody on the court with that type of thing. And I was struggling in a practice with it just out of the blue, just started struggling. And so I'm working on it the next couple of days. And now Georgia will talk me through like plays whenever we go into practice. She'll be like, hey, that's a good pass, or hey, like create more space on this pass so you can get a better angle type of thing. And I think that's something that's definitely very much helped in my decision-making when it comes to passing. Liz, obviously, after that one practice, I was struggling. Her, Kayla, and G literally take me after practice, and we sit down like by ourselves when everybody leaves, and they help me throw the ball into Liz while she's posting. Like that's not something that grads and seniors like just take their freshmen who haven't played a game and be like, okay, sit here and let's work on this after practice because I saw you struggling with it. So that's something that I know that isn't going on around any other campuses, and that like really opens my eyes to like, hey, they trust you and they want you to be the best version of yourself. Kayla, obviously there was a time when I was struggling with my layups, like just wide open layups. And it's like right when I got here in the summer, and she takes me to the gym one night and she just practices on throwing me full court like layups for like 30, 45 minutes. Like that's not something that happens like on a daily basis. Like just their upperclassmen just taking someone in who they know is struggling, and right off rip, they're like, okay, let's go do this and like work on it type of thing. Off the court, me and Kayla, obviously she's helped me tremendously living with her, just like making sure I'm in line. But even G and Liz, I go to their room all the time. Obviously we're in the same spot, so we're always in their room. Like they're always like, hey, want to go get dinner, want to do this, want to do that. So I think just being around the people who I know have made it through the system, and not last year, I think I struggled being around who I was comfortable being around. And when I realized when to separate myself and who to hang around, I think that's really when I started seeing myself grow on and off as a person. And so just sticking with the people who I know what it takes and know what Coach Brooks wants out of you is something that I think I've benefited from, and I think I'll continue to benefit from, because I think I've decided to stay on that side of the team rather than the other side.
That got me fired up. Your guys' culture is absolutely phenomenal. That's
yes,
awesome.
it really is.
That is awesome to hear. All right, so we've seen the shooting, we've seen the and ones and the flexing on people, we've seen the block shots. in that first game. 4 blocks in that first game. That's pretty awesome. What part of your game have we not seen yet?
I'd say my facilitating. I think that's something that I really want to work on, but it hasn't been to where I want it to be. But I'm really not as worried about that right now. Just staying solid is something I'm really working on right now, not trying to make the big play or the big pass, the big shot type of thing, just giving what my team needs in a certain situation. I think I did that with Iowa. Like, I think we needed an energy boost, and I think I came in and I brought that. So not really, I want to be a great passer, and I want to be why my teammates get theirs, but I'm not really worried about that so early because I know we have Georgia, Liz, and things like that. But I think that's something that you'll definitely see down the line, and I hope to get better at for sure.
Rapid fire time, fun questions. Some are basketball related.
Okay.
Some are not. So look, you're from San Antonio, Tex-Mex. That's what you do. You understand the space.
I do.
So, what is the real review from a Tex-Mex aficionado on El Rods? And have you been to Grand Rodeo, Grand whatever it's called, in Christiansburg?
So I have El Rods and Grand Rodeo. Not Texas. It's not Texas at all, but it's not bad. I think it's just like regular Mexican food. I'd say it's not like Tex-Mex is like a different level, I think. And I didn't realize that until I came to Blacksburg. I was always like, oh, it's not that great. No, it's that great. And I think I've realized that, and that's something I really miss being home.
This one actually came from Liz in Georgia. So, McDonald's or Whataburger?
Waterburger. What they know I was gonna pick that. But
and then part 2 is what came from them is the Whataburger order.
An avocado bacon burger. It's on like Texas toast. They have avocados, bacon, and like a meat patty, and it is so good with fresh French fries and a sweet tea.
I can see you got fired up there talking about that.
It is. It's so good. I didn't think it was that good until I left it, and now I'm like, I need it in my life again. So
yeah, I've been to Texas twice, and Waterburger is legit. It is absolutely.
Thank you. We went to Dallas, and everyone was like, "Carleigh, it's not that good." I was like, "I'm about to have my parents bring everybody in here a Waterburger, and y'all have to eat it because it is that good."
So you said you're gonna be in Blacksburg for a while. Who knows? Maybe years from now, depending on how the career goes, you can open Carleigh's Carnitas in Blacksburg and bring genuine Tex-Mex to the New River Valley. Who knows?
I would really try my best to do that if that were to happen, because I really do believe that people here need to eat Tex-Mex daily.
What is your favorite spot in Blacksburg?
Okay, so I like El Rods, but it's not like my go-to type of thing. But one thing I really have started to enjoy, which T-Soul liked it a lot last year, is Black Salt, which is something I feel like not everybody is like all over.
I've never heard of it.
Never heard of it. Where is it?
Over by on Main Street by Taco Bell and Waffle House. It's literally right by Waffle House.
What's the order? I mean, I'm gonna go this week.
I'm not set on in order yet. I've been trying new things. This is literally just burgers, and I think they're fried. I really think what sells me on it is their fries. I think their fries are really good.
This is a good one. What do you love about Blacksburg that Texas doesn't have, and what do you love about Texas that Blacksburg does not have?
I wouldn't say it's not that we don't have it, but obviously I'm from a big city, like a bunch going on all the time. And I love how Blacksburg is just calm. Like you can find something if you want to do something, but it's really just like real relaxed, like not much going on. And it's like, if you are out, like you're running into Hokie fans, and that's really all that's here. So I think that's what's very much enjoyable. San Antonio has a lot that Blacksburg doesn't have. I'd say downtown is something that I'm not like a big downtowner, but obviously we have like the Riverwalk.
Yes, there's no Riverwalk in Blacksburg. That's like an elite comparison. Blacksburg doesn't have a Times Square either. I mean,
I mean, I guess that's like something that I think I enjoy back home. It's not like I'm like all over Riverwalk all the time, but I do enjoy it when I go. So I guess being downtown, being in a big city is something that is enjoyable when it can be. But I also really love like the laid back, like nothing going on, stay focused on basketball type of vibe.
So I usually get in verbal altercations with friends over this, and I actually think you're going to be on my side. If you're not, I'm going to be a little disappointed.
I don't think she's going to be on your side.
Tim Duncan or Kobe Bryant?
Kobe Bryant.
I told you, I did not think she was going to be on your side.
I'm not like a huge Spurs.
Okay. All right. So no Spurs connection. Okay.
She's also a guard. She's also a guard, and Kobe was a guard.
That's true. Well, you have Tim Duncan on your team. You're guaranteed to win 50
to Kobe, though. That's kind of insane.
Well, that's how the world works. Everybody's like, well, is so-and-so better than so-and-so? They completely have different games.
Tim Duncan over Kobe Bryant?
I mean, if Tim Duncan's on your team, you're guaranteed to win 50 games. You're guaranteed to go to the playoffs. He was a mainstay there forever. Never caused a problem. Talk about a guy who, you know, if Coach Pop brought him in and said, hey, we're going to redshirt you just like you, he'd be like, Coach, whatever's best for the team. Completely understand. So I love Kobe Bryant, but Tim Duncan is above Kobe
I like
Bryant.
Tim, but I wouldn't put him over like Kobe type of thing.
Okay. I'm going to get shredded.
I respect it. I do like him.
Slept on. He has a very slept on career.
Yeah.
That is true. Pre-game playlist. What is Carleigh Wenzel listening to before basketball games?
So if we talked before shoot around, that's like the calm vibes, like 2C Drake, Rod, I throw in there. But like before we come out, it's the Young Boy, Rilo, No Cap, Lil Durk, like Babe is every rapper you could imagine is definitely on my playlist for like right before the game.
What is the soundtrack of your life? One song.
Oh my God. That was a crazy question to just throw out there like that.
It was.
Let me look. Hold on. Because I was just listening to music this morning.
Ed, what is the soundtrack to your life?
I have no idea. I was just going to add that it sounds like Carleigh and Liz cannot be in a car on the aux at the same time because
No, she's strictly Taylor Swift. Literally, Georgia will be on aux, and like Liv, who came from Wake, is like all they listen to is rap. Well, like before workouts, we're listening to like Beyonce, like no rap ever is before practice. And Liv is like, this is like not getting me hype. And I was like, you just got to get used to it. I don't know. Wow, that was like an amazing question. And I don't want to say a song and then people go listen to it and be like, Carleigh, this is like, no. I don't want that to be, I don't want y'all to see me like that. Okay, so Tusi just dropped the song called Suffice.
Okay.
And that's like it's been on repeat lately.
Okay. So maybe not the soundtrack of your life, but it is the background music of your life.
Yeah, like I could, yeah.
Okay.
But don't like, if y'all go listen to that, don't put that song on me. Don't be like, this is Carleigh. No, it's just a song I really like right now.
Oh man, that is funny. Carleigh, where can everybody find you on social media? Just an opportunity to plug anything that you have going on. Where can everybody find you at?
Instagram, Carleigh.Renee. Renee is my middle name. Twitter, Carleigh Renee. If you put in Carleigh Renee, you'll find me. That's what it is.
Carleigh, we're looking forward to it. Thank you so much for joining us, and looking forward to the next celebration. I know we had this one last time. Not sure what's next, but keep up the awesome work. We're fired up for y'all.
Thank y'all. Thank y'all so much.